You are not done. And so a lot of sellers think, I got through the objections. I got them to the payment link. Oh, they want the payment link. I think I'm done. And then they go one of the other two routes, which sometimes it works, right? No conversation is a 30% close rate. That's not bad. And at least it's not 0%. Some conversation, just a few little talking about their day, talking about their life, all this and that, that's a 50%, which isn't bad. That means some conversation, you would still close half the calls that you're doing. And then if you want 100% close rate though, you want it to go through every time, humor plus reinforcement on decision plus confidence of approval. And if that doesn't work, then you could bonk me on the head. But after looking at 1,000 sales calls and feeding them to chat, this is how it broke it down. Will it work every time? No. But with what we see over 1,000 sales calls plus is that when we have these three things at the payment method, now this isn't during the sales call, this isn't during the pitch, this is directly once you send them the pay link. This is what guarantees that they're actually going to go through with it. Now, when we get to number three is, even though they get disapproval on one link, even though they get disapproval from financing, where do we go next? Do we just let them off the call? Do we say, let me get to my team, we'll figure it out, we'll get back to you? The truth is, you need to have things in your back pocket. That way you can kind of set yourself up to get something collected on this call. It's very unlikely if you set up a follow-up call that they're actually going to go through with that. So we always need to keep something in our back pocket or links ready that we just start going down the list. So the way that you need to set it up is you want to start with your paid in full links. Start with that, paid in full. They get disapproved on that financing. You want to have your 75% paid in full link ready to go. And that would be your next pay link. And then if that one doesn't work, you want to go to your next pay link, 50% paid in full. And then go down to your last pay link, 25% paid in full. Now, one of these usually hits. If it doesn't, then we can find a pay plan where they have some type of money put down, or we can figure out some payment on performance, where once we start seeing a performance, then they'll pay us for our services with the money that they're generating, which you don't want to start with that because you get paid on cash collected, right? So you want to start from the top and then go down all the way to the bottom, finally using an in-house financing method with some type of money that you can get down now. Now, once you go down these pay links, it's easy as a seller to be like, oh, well, I mean, if it's not 100% paid in full, so I'm going to kind of draw back on my energy. What we see is sellers, if they can't get that first pay link sent out or they can't get it paid in full, their energy starts to go down. And guess what happens to the prospect? Their energy also goes down. And so their hope for trying the next pay link is dismal. They don't want to do it. Or they're saying, I don't even think I'm going to get approved on this one. And it's not from their own mind.